whenever I talk to any of these dudes, even when it was me, Corrupt and Daz, we went into the studio with Richie Rich and the Loonies. It was never no East Coast, West Coast talk at all. It was just, let's make music.
So during this time, it's the East Coast, West Coast beef. You're from Jersey, but you're cool with both sides, like people from both sides. I've heard you shout out Corrupt and Daz all the time and everything. What was your experience like while that whole situation is going on?
At that time, it was in the middle. That was the middle of the real hip hop freaking fiasco of you try not to. Well, I wasn't involved, and nobody was trying to pull me in, especially because I was even with the naughty squad. Like, I wasn't. They weren't involved in it, and because that whole East West thing was. But even though it wasn't personal toward any groups. Even when I was with Corrupt, like, it wasn't. That never came up. Because the whole East Coast, West Coast thing was basically some personal money shit. That's really what it was. It wasn't because you're better than me or we're better than you. Nah, it's labels fighting. That's how it is. It always is. It always ends up like that. It's about money. It's not about fucking you said this until the money gets involved. Then it's you said this.
Right. So when you were cool with when did you meet Corrupt and Daz? Like, what year is that?
That had to be. That was. I want to say it was 95.
95,
96, 95, 96. Yeah.
So was the New York record out yet? New York, Big City of Dreams, when they shot the video in New York and everything, kicking down the buildings?
Nah. I think that was after.
That wasn't out yet.
Nah.
Okay. So the whole shooting up of their trailer and everything like that, Biggie on the radio, that didn't happen yet.
Nah.
Got you. And you never had that conversation with them to be like, like what happened during that time, or like how they felt when it was going down?
Nah, because after like, because when I first met Corrupt, it was when I was on my tour, and one of my first spots was in Philly, and Corrupt, Pookie actually said, "Yo, Corrupt's here." I'm like, Corrupt came to see me. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a Miilkbone fan." So after that, when we went to LA, Corrupt picked me up at the airport, and it was on from there. But whenever I talk to any of these dudes, even when it was me, Corrupt and Daz, we went into the studio with Richie Rich and the Loonies. It was never no East Coast, West Coast talk at all. It was just, let's make music.
That's dope, man.
There was no talk about what's going on, because I don't want to be a part of that fucking shit. Even now, like, I don't got beef with dudes, especially because you're beefing over money. You're beefing over money, and even though you say it ain't over money, it's always over fucking money.